Hey everyone, what's up? Another video today because my third and final parcel has come in 2 days early at that. And I'm glad because I'm pretty excited for this. Let's see now what we have inside. Got my trusty knife here. It's really sharp, so I hope I don't do something stupid and cut myself. Let's see, where is the proper weight? Right here. Why is that so? Oh, it's because there's something. That cardboard is there. I'll just wonder if I can cut through it. Yeah. Nice. So, good news is, I should say, on the last lot of magazines I had, I told you how I had some doubles. I ended up actually selling them. Thankfully, I sold them all, and I ended up buying a few more magazines because of it. So that is very exciting, which I'm glad I could pull off. Now, let's see what we have here. All right. July 91, Jake the Snake Roberts. I needed that one for, let me just get that up there, move this up a bit. I needed that one for the collection. I didn't have it yet. So that is a good one to add. October 90, the Legion of Doom, also necessary for the collection. I do not have that one yet. August 90, the Heart Foundation, also needed for the collection. And I can see some of these magazines aren't in the best shape. That's fine. I get that. They're old. I'm not going to complain if there's creases or anything. You know, that's just the way it is. And if I can find better ones down the way, of course, I'll upgrade. November 90, Ultimate Warrior, needed it for the collection. March 1990, Hulk Hogan, and needed it for the collection. January 1990, I believe I have this one. So that will go in the lot, like another lot for sale. September 90, I believe I know I have this one too, but this magazine actually looks in better shape than the one I have. So I'll still check it out though, but again, it will go in, as well as my version of this one that I have. And this one's in better shape. I'll be keeping this one, but still this one here will be going up for sale too eventually. And of course, June 1990 with the Warrior holding both belts. And unfortunately, this magazine is torn. The cover is torn off of Brett, November 91. But for right now, it will work. I'll just tape it. And for now, that will do until I find another version of it down the road. So there we have it. I believe it's 11 magazines and only 4 are doubles, so that's not too bad. Paid $100 for this, so plus plus shipping. So I mean, not too bad. I guess technically it came out to less than $10 a magazine then. But then when you add the shipping, maybe it doesn't, right? But anyways, a good lot, a good way to build up the years that I need to complete. So that is a good thing. And I'm getting there. Like I said, I just bought 2 magazines the other night from eBay. One from 1988, which will complete my 1988 year. And one from 1989, which I think will give me a total then of 8 magazines for 89. This really helps out my 1990 collection big time. I think there's how many here for 90? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to help out a lot for me. I'm thankful that I got all those. And especially considering some of those, like I never see this one on its own ever. So that's very cool. I did have that magazine when I was a kid. So it is fun to go back and look through some of these magazines from the the 80s and 90s of the WWF, because I did own quite a bit of them back in the day. and I, of course, got rid of them because some of them were wrecked, their covers fell off, or I just did not like them as I got older. I was in my teenage years, I was all about Pro Wrestling Illustrated, The Wrestler, Inside Wrestling. Didn't really care to buy WWF magazines that often until around 1995, just because I was a huge Diesel fan. So I was getting a lot of the WWF ones and Shawn. So 95 and 96, I actually had probably about 9 out of 12 for each year. Usually the ones I was missing were the ones when I was when I was out of school, because I used to go during lunch to pick up the magazines. But when I was out of school, there was no variety store near me that had magazines. I lived in a small little village growing up, so I had to wait to get to the town that my high school was in, to the variety store to get the magazine. So I used to always miss around like the June, July, August era, unfortunately. But back then in 89 and 90 and 91, 92, I would just go into that town with my parents to do grocery shopping, look at the magazine rack, see the WF magazine, probably get it. But like I said, out of all these, I didn't own this Brett one, but I did own that Jake one. And out of these ones, I owned both of these. I owned this one. I missed out on the Hart Foundation, but I owned the Legion of Doom one. So the Hart Foundation is the only one I'd never seen. So it's going to be cool to go through there and see what the articles that are in that one. Again, this is just really exciting stuff. I'm doing well with this. I'm pretty pumped. I didn't think I would take this route, because if you remember in earlier videos, I stated I had everything from December 92 to April 1998. I pretty much had the new generation. Everything from when Brett won the title from Flair, pretty much all the way to, Brett losing the title to Shawn. That is what I had in my collection. And that was going to be it. I was pretty content with that. And then, I ended up getting the entire 87 year. Got I think the first 6-7 issues of 88. And then it just started to steamroll. And now I'm at a very good place with this. Still struggling along to get the rest of them, and I will in time. Unfortunately, months ago, I missed out on a complete lot of 1992 WWF magazines. The whole 12 issues were there, and I missed out on that. But that's what happens. Those are the breaks. Sometimes you miss out on things on eBay just because. I also missed out, apparently, I just saw on the last ECW issue that came out with Sabu on the cover. It must have went up and sold really quick, because I never saw it when I looked up wrestling magazines, and then I clicked sold to see what sold recently, and that was on there as part of that sold. I'm like, well, where the hell was that? Well, how did I miss that? It must have went up and sold just like that so fast. So at times that does happen, I find, with eBay, but it is what it is. So yeah, this is just a little video for today. I was excited to get these. Unfortunately, now I have to wait to get the other magazines, and they're not going to be a lot. It's not going to be like a giant parcel I'm waiting for. Right now, there's nothing like that is coming in, so the excitement is going to, unfortunately, wear down now. I won't have a reason to really be excited to check the mail for the foreseeable future, but hopefully in time I will again if I see some more lots go up. And I'm going to check out as well Facebook Marketplace and, of course, Kijiji, because those are two places in that sometimes sell lots too for wrestling magazines. So, all right. Of course, the Royal Rumble was this past weekend. Bayley won the Women's Rumble, and of course, Cody Rhodes made history, being the fourth wrestler besides Hulk Hogan, Shawn Michaels, and Stone Cold Steve Austin to win 2 in a row and to go to WrestleMania and wrestle for the championship. Of course, Hogan didn't back in the day because he was champion in 90, and so that was kind of different back then, right? That didn't start until pretty much 92 when Flair won the belt at the Rumble, and then the following year, the winner would go on to face the champion at WrestleMania. So But yeah, and of course, the other big news is CM Punk is injured yet again. Old Professor Old Bones, as a I was told today by a friend of mine who she loves CM Punk, but that's the nickname apparently for CM Punk now. The guy spent 10 years out of the business and comes back and gets injured twice in AEW within 2 years, and now gets injured in his first big profile WWE match with the Royal Rumble. It sounds like it's a torn tricep again. That's the same thing that took him out like a year ago in AEW. And if that's the case, he's going to be out. He'll be missing WrestleMania 40 this year. And, I don't know if I believe in karma, but you can't help but wonder if karma is playing a factor in CM Punk now because of him walking away back in 2014 and turning his back not on just the fans, but on the promotion, on his boss, on everyone. And ever since he's come back into the world of professional wrestling, he has a little bit of steadiness, and then something happens and he gets injured. And that sucks for Punk, but maybe he needs to realize that the 10 years that he was gone, those first 5 years were probably still his prime years where he could have been competing and doing, great things in wrestling. And now he's trying to capture stuff that he missed out on in the past 10 years, and his body's just not allowing it. So we'll see what happens in the future when it comes to CM Punk with professional wrestling or sports entertainment, whatever you want to call it. Will he be, retiring sooner than he thought? And it might be, right? If he keeps getting these injuries, who knows? All right. Well, until I do my next video, I'll talk to you guys later.